How did I turn one rotten tomato into over $50? Here, let me tell you. So I had one rotten tomato that I didn't want, and I tossed it out into my backyard because I was feeling lazy and it was dark. And so that from this one rotten tomato, it sprouted a gigantic tomato bush. So it starts over there and goes over there, all the way down to here. This thing is easily 10 feet wide. So the one tomato I tossed grew, and as you can see, it's getting all kinds of little baby tomatoes here. And I've actually already picked a whole bunch today. So there's a whole bunch of them. So I am eating the new yummy tomatoes. Just had some today in a taco. But that has allowed me from this giant bush to take a whole bunch of cuttings. All I have to do is put these in some soil, and they will be tomato plants probably in about 2 weeks, and then I can sell them. Let me show you. So I'm part of a Facebook group that's called Take a Plant, Leave a Plant. So usually I will leave some plants, but a lot of people, they don't have the green thumb to get plants going, so they're just starting out. So what I've found is they will just leave pots. And so I'm always needing pots because I sell the plants. So I will bring in some plants and then I will collect the pots. So these pots were free. This tomato was basically free. It was just one that was going rotten. And then I have bought the soil. If you do a lot of planting, it's so much cheaper to buy in bulk. When I was using the bags of soil, it was easily $100. This whole pile of dirt was $250, but it has lasted me so much longer. So if you do a lot of plants, just buy in bulk. Okay, so here is my cutting, and so you can see I cut it a little bit below the node, and then here's a node. I cut off those extra leaves right here because they lose too much water, and so this teensy little cutting, it can't support that much leaf structure. It'll evaporate too much water. So I went ahead and cut those off, and so you can see it's already starting to grow back out here. And so if I put this right about to here in the soil, no rooting hormone, no special preparations. I didn't even put them in water because when I tried rooting in water last time, it didn't work. So I'm just going to put them straight into the soil. So all I did for the other ones was that. And then I'm going to put a little bit more soil in there up to about here. Make sure they stay constantly wet, so water them every day, maybe even twice a day if I can, keep them in the shade. And they're going to look wilty and very pathetic for a week, probably 2, and then they'll get some life and some vigor back into them, and they'll look like a healthy plant. So I have several here, as you can see. I might put 1, I might put 2 in each pot. And then I am selling each plant for generally about $3, sometimes 2 for $5 if they are kind of unhealthy, or maybe they're smaller ones. But I have already sold several of them, and everybody seems happy with them, especially because they're already getting tomatoes on them. So here's all the tomato blooms. You could take these off. I haven't. So for me, they just work really well. Here's one that I cut 2 days ago, and as you can see, they look really sad and very wilty. So I'm going to water them right now, and in 2 weeks they should be nice and perky. And here are the ones I did 2 weeks ago. So as you can see, they already have little tomatoes on them. Great way if you have a nice healthy tomato plant and it's non-determinate to easily make a couple bucks.